Hey Tauruses, welcome to your winter solstice reading where we'll take a peek at some things that might be coming up for you over the next 3 or so months. So let's jump right on in and start by pulling a couple of oracle cards just to see what energy is surrounding this reading for you. And the first card that we have for you is Spirit, Intuition, and Manifestation. Let's pull another and see what else is coming for my Taurus collective during this winter solstice season. And we have full moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming. So for my Taurus collective, if there's been something that has been weighing on you, something that you've been thinking about, maybe at a bit of a crossroads, it seems as though during this season, those answers that you've been searching for are coming towards you. But I think that with the intuition and manifestation card, that you're going to have to take maybe a little bit of an active role in getting those answers that you have been looking for. So trusting your intuition, trusting what your gut is telling you, and manifesting the outcome that you desire. It feels as though if you start doing that, if you start sort of trusting yourself to follow your path, and then use every bit of your powers of manifestation to arrive at sort of the conclusion or resolution that you're looking for, then it seems as though there's going to be a good outcome that's coming towards you. So, and by saying that, a good outcome, it may not necessarily be the one that you thought it would be, but it would be the one that is best for you and the path that you are traveling. So it could almost be a situation like, let's say you want a super luxury electric car or something like that. And what you end up getting is a mid-range Volvo. And Volvos are nice. Let me point that out. They're very safe. They're very cute nowadays. But you didn't get that like $100,000 Tesla Pro Plus or whatever it is. And then you find out later that maybe that car, has a problem with blowing up, or maybe the electric bill, it would be more than your gas bill. Whatever the situation is, it feels like what's coming for you is for your highest good, even if it's not necessarily what you wanted. So let's get into some tarot and see what other messages we can pull for you. And so looking at the entirety of your season, we have the Hierophant in reverse. So the Hierophant is really about institution. It's about structure. It's about things being sort of very, very planned out. Something that is sort of by the book. This is one of my by the book cards. And so with the Hierophant in reverse, it feels as though there might be a compulsion for you to do things very, very stepwise, very, very properly. But it also feels with this energy that there's going to be some things that are a little bit outside of the box that happens for you, some things that are a little bit unexpected, not necessarily in a bad way, but just something that's like, oh, I didn't realize that this was a path that was open to me. This is a lot different from what I'm accustomed to, but I think that it might be okay. And we have that clarified by the Three of Wands in reverse. And so this is, for me, a very action-oriented card, because upright, the Three of Wands is really about someone who's kind of sitting patiently, waiting for their ships to come in. They're waiting for something to happen to them. And in reverse, I always interpret the Three of Wands as a card of going out and getting what you want. So again, when we looked at the intuition and manifestation card, it almost feels like the energy that's surrounding this winter solstice for my Taurus collective is one of knowing that even though this is a path that may be a little less traveled for you, it's going to be okay, because you're taking an active role in manifesting the best outcome for yourself. Now, taking a peek at your little love life during this time period, and those came out a little violently. We have the Three of Coins followed up by the Three of Cups in reverse. And so I almost feel like your romantic life is not necessarily going to be the most robust, I guess you could say. That the Three of Coins is really about partnership. It's really about working with other people. And with the Three of Cups in reverse, there could be a situation where, trying to work with others or collaborate with someone else leads to a little bit of frustration, because the Three of Cups is really about joy. It's about celebration. It's getting together with friends. So I think that, for the next few months, Taurus Collective, you might have some challenges when it comes to the people that you are around. If you're trying to build relationships with others, and it doesn't necessarily feel like it could be people that but I almost feel as though you're in a place of maybe trying to expand the people that you have around you. Maybe you're trying to get back into the dating circle, find some common ground with the people that you encounter. And it's almost a sensation of, Jesus Christ, this is not what I signed up for. It may be that you encounter that person who's a little bit clingy, who calls you nonstop when it's like, I'm not a phone person, or I really don't have anything additional to talk to you about, considering that I just talked to you 10 minutes ago. So it's that type of frustration that seems to come in, particularly if you're going to be dating. So looking at your finances, what's going on with my Taurus coins during their winter solstice? We have the Two of Wands in reverse. So the Two of Wands is about sort of exploring the world around you. It's making a decision whether or not you sort of stay where you are, or if you get out there and sort of embrace opportunity. Let's see if we can clarify that a little bit, because right now it doesn't feel as though there are going to be huge changes in terms of your finances. And we have the Hanged Man to clarify. So the Hanged Man has a few different interpretations, right? It can be about seeing things from a different perspective, or it can be stuck. And so I think that the way that your reading is coming out right now, Taurus, is with the Two of Wands in reverse and the Hanged Man here. It really feels as though when it comes to your finances, there aren't going to be really significant changes during this time period that we've sort of outlined during the winter solstice. So things are going to, for the most part, remain where they are. But I do think that there is going to be some sense of figuring out what it is that you need to do to move forward, to change your financial circumstances. So even though things aren't, considerably moving or shifting over the next 3 months, I do think that this is going to be a period of time where you really give some thought into what it is that you ultimately want and how it is that you can achieve that. And I think that this ties into, the answers you need coming towards you and using your intuition and manifestation. So for a lot of you, this energy that we have that's surrounding this time period of doing things a little bit differently, maybe not by the book, maybe stepping outside of the box, is going to be related to your considerations in terms of your finances. So what might hinder you a little bit over this time period? We have the Eight of Coins. So again, this focuses on your material wealth, those tangible things that you have in life, looking at money. It's really about apprenticeship, learning your craft, becoming an expert in whatever it is that you do, and working very hard at it. So I think that there's going to be a little bit of a challenge when it comes to figuring out how it is that you make money. It almost feels as though the path that you're on right now is sort of you working hard and not getting fully rewarded for whatever it is that you're doing. And we have that clarified with the Nine of Cups in reverse. So the Nine of Cups is really about happiness. It's about joy. It's about being fulfilled. So I think that there's something in your work environment that is very challenging for you. It's something that you're not particularly happy about right now. And I do feel that that ties into the stagnancy in your finances and trying to figure out what the best path is for you in order to move forward. So what's going to flourish for you this season? We have the Knight of Wands. So this is a very exciting energy, right? It's a bit of a messenger card. So I think that in all of this thoughtfulness and figuring out how to move forward, how to improve your financial situation, you're going to come across something that is very inspiring, that's very exciting for you. And I do think that this is going to be a departure from the path, the sort of stable, by the book path that you've been on up to this point. Let's see if we can clarify that a little bit for you. So we also have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So I think that initially, when this opportunity presents itself, it's not going to be something that you're absolutely in love with, but it's going to be something that is very intriguing to you. It's going to be something that's like, I've never thought about that before. But because you've been on this sort of steady path that you haven't departed from, there's going to be a little bit of resistance, but I do think that the excitement is ultimately going to outweigh that, little bit of thought like, ew, I don't want to do that. But there's going to be something that's pulling you in that direction. So personal growth over this period of time, we're starting out with the Fountain. So in this particular deck, the Fountain is really representative of the world. And so I think that during winter solstice, Tauruses, you are going to be able to sort of expand your horizons. You're going to be able to think outside of what you've grown accustomed to, figuring out how to make money in non-traditional ways that you may not have sort of envisioned for yourself before. And we also have the Nine of Coins in reverse. So the Nine of Coins is really about stability. It's about having some level of abundance that you fulfill yourself. And so with these two cards, I do think that there is going to be an expansion of opportunities for you that have to do with sort of your lack of abundance, your lack of stability, and your up to this point not having been able to sort of break that ceiling on getting to the financial status that you've been looking for. So, this little drought is what I'm feeling is not going to last forever for you Tauruses. But I think that with the energy that's coming through in this winter solstice, it's a really good time for you to sort of sit down and a little less focus maybe on the interpersonal relationships, again, because it feels like a bit of a frustrating energy surrounding that, but really focusing on your money, on your financial stability, and thinking outside of the box on how you can actually achieve all that. So my Taurus Collective, that's what I got for you. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one.